those. Right now, this morning, what we know about a possible restructuring deal at City Brewery in La Crosse. And get ready for spring with Foodie Friday. We'll dive into live music, local bites, and green wine at El Maro Vineyard in Trempealeau.
We have some light flurries working down by Prairie du Chien right now. About a 25% chance of that moving into our area here for La Crosse. More about that in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Friday, March 7th. Yesterday was a great afternoon. Got to enjoy the snow because it wasn't too horribly cold.
Okay.
Today's going to be a little colder. Is that right?
Yeah, maybe a couple of degrees warmer on the warmer side. Yeah, it's going to be pretty close. We'll be a little bit warmer than we were yesterday. However, it's starting out pretty chilly to cold. In fact, you'll see maybe about 25 degrees or so or less getting into areas by Eau Claire for the kiddos going to school this early morning. Kids down in the Prairie du Chien are going to be going to school in the snow flurries right there, as you can see. And La Crosse, well, there could be some of that coming close. It's a 25% chance of that happening for you. We do have some low cloud activity as well also coming in because of that snow getting lower to the ground. Our visibility issues are happening. You're seeing zero visibilities going into areas by Prairie du Chien, one for Boscobel, one for Lansing as well, two for Soldiers Grove. And that continues all the way through the morning hours and right back into the afternoon. By about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it should be done. That gets out of the way. Up to the north, though, they'll have a little flurry coming in the forecast as well up by Ladysmith and northward of that as well. We have the clouds for La Crosse getting into your forecast. We finish out going into the 30s to the 40s in the forecast with sunshine trying to get in there, trying to squeak it in before the afternoon ends. We have plenty of sunshine for you in Eau Claire as well. They'll get out and enjoy that. 19 degrees in the early morning for you and then getting into at least 38 degrees for your high. We're going to increase those temperatures going into your weekend, so get up and enjoy that one. We'll also find ourselves coming back with your next forecast. I'll show you today's hour by hour look and how this all plays out for your weekend as well. Stick around.
Thank you, Art. New this morning, La Crosse's historic City Brewery could soon change hands as financial troubles mount at the local landmark. According to Bloomberg, City Brewery, which produces White Claw and Pabst, is in talks with creditors who may take control of the company. This is the brewery's second financial restructuring since borrowing $115 million last year. The company also faces ongoing pressure from city officials over odor problems at its water treatment plant. A UWL student accused of sexually assaulting teen girls is headed for trial. In court yesterday, 19-year-old Caden Atkinson pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of sexual assault of a child under 16. Atkinson allegedly drank and smoked marijuana with 4 girls ages 14 to 16 in his Laux Hall dorm room. A UWL police detective testified in court. 2 14-year-olds reported sexual contact. Atkinson remains in jail on a probation violation despite a $5,000 signature bond. An alleged accomplice in last year's Labor Day shooting faces a preliminary hearing at 11 this morning. 37-year-old Tyler Yogmus is charged with attempted homicide as a party to a crime. Prosecutors say he and Ryder Ott confronted and attacked a victim at our corner bar on the north side. And a La Crosse man accused of delivering the fentanyl that killed a woman in 2023 also faces a hearing today. 43-year-old Eric Sims is charged with second-degree reckless homicide. Prosecutors say he provided the drugs that caused an overdose death on Winneshiek Road in 2023. He remains free on a $10,000 signature bond and will appear in court at 11 a.m. A judge says Morgan Geyser will be released from a mental health facility despite the state's objections over concerns over her behavior. The 22-year-old stabbed her classmate 19 times in 2014 in the now infamous Slenderman case. Geyser spent 7 years in treatment after being found not guilty by reason of mental disease. She'll now move to a group home and continue treatment under supervision.
I'm satisfied from what Ms. Portman testified to that there was no reason to stop the process on conditional release and to go forward with the conditional release program and to have the plan developed.
Her accomplice, Anissa Weier, was granted conditional release in 2021. President Trump issuing yet another pause on sweeping tariffs on Canada and Mexico. This covers goods listed in the trade deal the president brokered with the 2 U.S. neighbors during his first term. Meanwhile, federal job cuts are moving ahead, but with a new directive. CBS's Jared Hill has it all covered for us.
President Donald Trump is taking a step back on tariffs.
It's just a modification, short term.
Thursday announcing a temporary pause on import taxes for goods listed in the U.S. Mexico-Canada trade deal, brokered during his first term. In response, Canada announced a pause to its retaliatory tariffs. But Doug Ford, premier of the province of Ontario, is skeptical.
He said that before, and he switched his mind.
He says if President Trump doesn't drop the tariffs for good, he'll put a 25% tariff on electricity that Ontario sends to Minnesota, Michigan, and New York, starting Monday.
Last thing I want to do is turn out the lights. I'll put a tariff. But let's straighten this out.
President Trump is also shifting his tone on mass federal firings after a meeting with members of his cabinet and Elon Musk.
I want the cabinet members to keep good people. I don't want to see a big cut where a lot of good people are cut.
In a message posted on X, Veterans Affairs Secretary Doug Collins explained his department would shrink by 72,000 employees.
We'll be making major changes. Get used to it.
A new report says more than 62,000 federal jobs were cut in February, driven largely by Musk's Department of Government Efficiency.
And a federal judge ordering the Trump administration to pay partners of the USAID and State Department more quickly than they are. The new deadline is this upcoming Monday. That order, part of an ongoing case following the White House's termination of more than 90% of USAID contracts. Governor Tony Evers focusing on health care affordability during a stop in Chippewa Falls. The governor's budget proposal aims to cut health care expenses like prescription drug costs and ending surprise medical bills. He also weighed in on Medicaid. The congressional GOP budget could target that next.
Frankly, I can't figure out why Republicans all these years have decided that people in Wisconsin shouldn't have the best they can find. We're paying for it. You know, it's going. Our tax money is going to Washington, D.C.
The governor also criticized President Trump's plan to dismantle the education department, calling the agency necessary for school funding.
Having the Department for Education, I think, is a really important thing. Equally important is the money for kids that are struggling in Title I, special education funding. Huge amount of money comes from that agency.
Department of Education dollars account for less than 10% of the nation's public school funding. A veteran lost his job at the Los Angeles VA, then reached out to Congressman Derek Van Orden for help. Instead, Wisconsin's 3rd District Congressman allegedly threatened to have him fired. News 8 Now's Grace Monk reports.
Ruiz was let go 4 days before his one-year anniversary at the Los Angeles VA.
As a veteran, I think I felt betrayed.
Ruiz was told it was due to poor performance, but months before he was fired, he was awarded Employee of the Quarter.
At one point, I was doing about 50 to 60 claims a day. Remember this, 50 to 60 claims a day. National average for a claims VSR, 10 claims a day.
After losing his position, Ruiz reached out to Derek Van Orden.
This guy cares about the veterans so much, right? So when I got terminated, I messaged him on LinkedIn because why? I'm on LinkedIn and I have a lot of connections with VA folks and connections with congressional people.
Ruiz says he asked Van Orden about veterans being let go. He also sent a video of him talking about the current administration. Van Orden responded by threatening to report Ruiz to the Department of Government Efficiency. What was your reaction when you saw that message?
That message that was sent to me should be indicated to every American veteran, every federal employee out there. That's what they think about us.
In a statement to News 8 Now, Van Orden said, quote, "Data from the Los Angeles VA, where Mr. Ruiz was formerly employed, is a prime example of bureaucrats who are more focused on self-promotion than providing services to veterans, which is their actual job."
Let me remind you of something. We are Americans. And we'll get through this, but we're not going to get through this with people with silence. Through silence, we get nothing. And I think this is the point where being silent is no option. Maybe I should move to Wisconsin one day and run against Van Orden. What do you guys think?
Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
Happening today, La Crosse joins nationwide Science is for Everyone rallies, protesting federal funding cuts. The La Crosse Science Cafe is hosting an hour of visibility at noon. Participants will gather at West Avenue and Jackson Street. Similar events will take place in Washington, D.C. and across the country. The local event follows the successful La Crosse Area March for Science. Organizers encourage you to bring a witty science-themed sign if you plan to attend. A Winona police officer is recovering this morning after collapsing from possible opioid exposure. The officer lost consciousness while investigating a death on Kansas Street where drugs were found. A fellow sergeant administered Narcan before the officer was rushed to the hospital. All Winona officers have been required to carry Narcan since 2023.
It's really important that it's on your person. If the state mandates that it's accessible, readily accessible, and if it's not in your pocket and it's in your squad car, which is 2 blocks away, that could have meant a lot. We could have a very different outcome today.
The officer is now recovered and back at work. Riverside Transitional Care in La Crosse facing citations after a CNA allegedly hit an Alzheimer's patient, according to an HHS complaint. A witness saw a male CNA hit a female resident in the face during care in January. The CNA reportedly admitted to striking the patient out of frustration. The resident was injured. The CNA was arrested. Bethany Lutheran Homes, which oversees Riverside, says they took immediate action and have zero tolerance for abuse. La Crosse's public library will close today for maintenance. The library is installing a new water gate valve in the main building.
Both the main library and North Library will be open again on Saturday. We'll have story time on Saturday at North Branch, and our regular scheduled programming will happen on Saturday.
The Main and North Library will be back open at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Time now is 6:11. Still ahead on your morning news. Last month hit recession-era numbers for job layoffs. Canada and Mexico pausing retaliatory tariffs, and Walgreens plans to go private. And as wedding season approaches, it can be easy to go overboard planning the big day. Coming up, more on how couples and guests can budget. And for now, we'll send you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's rookie jerseys could sell for $10 million each this spring. Sotheby's says Jordan's debut jersey is the only one photo matched to his rookie season. It's linked to his October 1984 debut in Peoria, Illinois. Kobe Bryant's debut Lakers jersey, equally rare, matched to his 1996 preseason and regular season debuts. And now leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the city that holds the world record for the longest shoelace, stretching in at just over a half-mile long. Wonder how they discovered that. Well, of course, it is St. Louis, Missouri. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break. There goes a bird.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Receive up to 20% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
This is the highlight of my day, but my hip pain made it a struggle. My personalized arch support system got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
When she was a lawyer, Susan Crawford defended Planned Parenthood.
And she personally trusts women to decide whether to have an abortion.
Not Brad Schimmel.
He wants to take us back to the 1849 law
that bans abortion for rape and the health of the mother.
So Susan Crawford is the common sense judge who will protect our rights.
And Brad Schimmel is the extremist who will take them away.
That's why we need
Susan Crawford.
Susan Crawford.
Susan Crawford on the Supreme Court.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Receive up to 20% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Well, good morning to you. I was just looking at the observations for Prairie du Chien right now. They're just holding on to cloudy skies, overcast conditions. They do not have any snow that is falling into the ground just yet. Still holding on to at least 32 degrees for them right now. Eau Claire is at 18. Winona's at 28 and 30 for La Crosse. We'll also be seeing areas right by Sparta and Black River Falls holding on to that 24 to 22 degree temperature mark. As we go to get the kids to school today, 25 degrees under cloudy skies for La Crosse. We're holding on to that 25% chance of snow in the forecast. Then as we get into the afternoon, we're going to shake some of those clouds away, get into some partly cloudy skies, go to 41 degrees for your temperatures, and of course it'll be mild, and of course it'll be a little bit on the sunshine side there. How about that? We'll go to Eau Claire. You're looking at 19 degrees, holding on to partly cloudy skies. Those clouds will gradually taper on down as we go through the day for you. Cold and dry start for you with 38 degrees in store for you in the afternoon. And of course we're looking at temperatures widespread here. This is now showing that we may see 39 degrees getting into Eau Claire for today. La Crosse at 41, 40 down in Prairie du Chien, despite having maybe some possibilities of snow in the forecast. Today's hour look, that's what I'm going to show you next when I return, getting back to what's happening for your weekend. And then we'll see if we can get a little hint on what's happening for rainfall that's coming late in the week. So please stick around. Back to you.
In your morning consumer news, the job market saw a major spike in layoffs last month. U.S. employers plan to cut more than 172,000 jobs in February, the 12th largest monthly total in 32 years of tracking. Most of the cuts came from the government sector, led by layoffs in the Trump administration, specifically from Elon Musk and Doge. President Trump delaying tariffs once again on Mexican products covered by the USMCA till April 2nd after speaking with Mexico's president. The delay is a significant walkback of the administration's signature economic plan that has rattled markets, businesses, and consumers. Walgreens is set to go private in a potential agreement valued at nearly $24 billion. The announcement comes after the company's largely disastrous run on the public stock markets. Over the past 5 years, Walgreens shares have lost nearly 80% of their value. The deal brings an end to the chain's nearly 100 years as a publicly traded company. Wedding season is around the corner, and whether you're planning your big day or attending as a guest, it can be expensive. Jen Sullivan has more for couples and their guests to help you stay on budget.
Your wedding is likely the happiest day of your life. Months of planning, all to say I do to your life partner. But what you don't want is your big day to break your bank.
So many couples decide like, oh, we're going to spend this much, and then they start researching wedding costs.
Lauren Kay with wedding planning website The Knot says the national average of a wedding last year was $33,000.
That's typically encompassing the cost of the venue or the ceremony and reception.
Between the venue, food, vendors, attire, and other things, the bill can add up quickly. Kay says couples should first set a budget. Most couples will spend the most on their wedding venue and food, with couples spending an average of $284 per guest.
If you're willing to trim your guest list a bit, you can offer those guests who do make the cut a really memorable experience.
Other ways couples can save is getting married during off-season months like January or February.
Don't be afraid to embrace a Friday or a Monday wedding and make a weekend out of it.
Kay also suggests bringing down the flower cost by repurposing your ceremony flowers and reusing them on tables at the venue. So what if you're a wedding guest? Last year, the average guest spent $610 to attend a wedding, according to The Knot.
You can always go in on a gift and use that as an opportunity to get something really fantastic, but for less money.
Kay also suggests re-wearing outfits and freshening up your look with a different jacket and new accessories.
That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it back over to Art now. He's got a check of our weather.
I could use a new suit and a few more accessories as well out there, my friend. Getting into your forecast, this is what's happening out there. You're going to see drier conditions up to the north for now. Slowly but surely, they're going to be increasing coming out of Grand Forks and then working its way. You can see it up to the north a little bit. That moisture getting closer. Let's zoom into areas right by Prairie du Chien. Right now, the observations going in at the airport at Prairie du Chien are saying that they're not picking up any type of snow right now, but they do have overcast conditions in the forecast. So this model is kind of overworking, but this is the best model we have for this right now, showing what's possibly happening there. We'll also see as we get into it today, highs for Friday. Well, yeah, it is Friday, right? All right. We'll get into it 40s and 30s for the day under some decreasing clouds later on today. We have mostly cloudy skies to cloudier conditions right now, but we'll lose some of that cloud cover. 30s and 40s will ensue. Holding on to that moisture down to the south there in the form of flurries. And of course, we may see a little bit of rain associated with that as well, too, kind of mixed in there. It's a 25% chance of that occurring for La Crosse. So we'll keep an eye on that to see how this happens. But you're seeing the clouds on the decrease. And as that happens, we're also seeing more of that snow, those light flurries working into the area from the north and working southward in toward Ladysmith. We lose the fog, and I should say the low cloud activity, as well as we see it diminishing from La Crosse, getting down to areas right by Prairie du Chien and get into drier conditions as we go right into the evening hours. We're seeing by 7 o'clock we're in the 20s and some low 30s, possibly middle 40s possible in the forecast for tomorrow, though, despite having this colder airs in our forecast for tonight getting into it. In fact, we'll see as we go right through it here from Medora all the way down. We're looking at Shelby holding on to temperatures to be pretty much around seasonal average. We'll also see that happening down for the south as well, picking up back a little across. 41 degrees expected today. You get into areas right by Melrose at 42, Whitehall at 41. Back up to the north, 40 for Ladysmith, 39 as you get into areas by Weyerhaeuser, and then right down to areas into the Chippewa Valley over to Eau Claire. We're looking at 39 degrees. As we go into it, there's that area of low pressure that continues to drag out of the way. That gets out of the way, and we'll hold on to drier conditions possibly as we finish out into the evening and overnight. But then we get another break coming back in for more of that shower activity to kind of brush us again with the flurries, and then another one coming back again as we finish into Sunday. That one stays farther away though for us, so that's what's going to happen for the weekend. Weekend gets drier as we go from day to day, holding on to warmer conditions in the forecast as well. We'll see 40s then turning into the 50s, and eventually as we get into your forecast, Saturday's looking more of the 40s in the near 50-degree mark in your forecast. And as we finish out for everybody else, you're looking at temperatures on the increase steadily as we go through today. 47 for tomorrow, getting to 53 for Sunday. Don't forget to push that clock forward 1 hour, and then warmer conditions ensue for Monday, going all the way into next week. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. Speaking of this weekend, we will spring forward an hour, seemingly a small nuisance, but could it affect our health? After your sports blitz, we'll take a look at why some health experts want to end the yearly time change.
Coming up at the Blitz, sectional showdowns. Area girls hoops teams just 2 games away from the state tournament. Find out who is a winner coming up.
Searching for gold at the end of the rainbow? Well, you can find it here at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Get Shamrock with savings up to 60% off, plus 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. It's all here and it's all in stock and ready to be delivered. Plus, shop special savings in our incredible Lazy Boy Showcase. Let the shenanigans begin at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Don't miss it.
Right now, you're busy taking care of the people you love. Let Window World take care of the place you live. Window World, America's exterior remodeler. Improving homes, changing lives.
It's time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because with a progressive disease like CKD, slow is good. And believe me, I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on, say not so fast, CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
The Blitz. Well, entering last night, only a handful of area girls hoops teams still with a chance of hoisting a gold ball in Green Bay later this month. Who would keep that dream alive? Let's find out. 4th-ranked Aquinas, 9th-ranked Neillsville, facing off at Osseo Fairchild. First half, Blue Goals looking to set the tone. Samantha Davis battling down low, converts for the 2. Aquinas up 5. Neillsville's Sydney Subke is one of the state's most prolific three-point shooters, and she started strong, connecting from beyond the arc right there. Warriors down by 2. Later in the half, Aquinas building a lead. Emma Dobbins with a look from the wing. Nothing but net. Blue Golds up by 10. And in the second half, Davis pushing it down the floor for Aquinas. Kicks it back to Olivia Pacell, the sophomore, connecting for 3. Blue Golds up by 14 now. And the Aquinas offense staying strong. Pacell, again, this time driving to the hoop for the right-handed layup. She had 22 in this one. Davis with 20 as the Blue Golds are moving on to the sectional final.
I'm really glad we got this opportunity, and we're already farther than last year, and I don't think we're going to take it for granted, and we're going to play our hearts out, and we just really feel like a family, and this year has been really fun, so I'm glad we're moving on.
West Salem 2 wins away from a 3rd straight trip to state up against DeForest. First half defense leading to offense for the Panthers. McKenna Ely gets the steal, goes up the court and finds Megan Johnson knocking down the floater. A little later, check out this passing. Sydney Quick down low to Johnson, back to Ely for the easy 2. Panthers lead, and it's Johnson pulling up for 3. Cash it. West Salem rolling, and it wouldn't stop there. Johnson layup no good, but Quick with the putback bucket plus the foul. Panthers led by 5 at the break, and they would find their groove in the second half. Johnson off the glass for 2 of her 20, and then Brinley Kelly past the defense, and she will score. Panthers take it 51-43 and are through to the sectional final.
Yeah, of course I could go play another half. The adrenaline kicks in and you just go. I mean, I think that we always want to play together and we always want to have one more game together, and here's our chance.
All right, last up, over to a packed Wanik Center in Arcadia. Blair Taylor, Aliva Strum colliding. Late in the first half, Avery Glenn spotting up from 3. Why not? Bank opened late last night. Cardinals going up 10 after the break. Wildcats showing no quit. Alyssa Smetana catch and shoot from the corner, catches all net. Then Andrea Waldera would pull up from the short corner and nail it to knot things up at 31. Later in the half, Glenn's kicking it out to Neely Lasher. She'll spot up and knock this one down. Cardinal crowd loving it as they go up 3. Then it's Glenn's again. Same shot other end, but this time not calling bank. It still finds the bottom of the net, though. It would come down to the final seconds, but Aliva Strum pulling away in a thriller 64-61. And don't forget boys action tonight for the last Friday Night Frenzy of the year. Hope to see you there.
Don't miss Home's preferred customer event. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on your favorite furniture brands in bedroom, dining room, living room, and mattresses. Hurry in. The preferred customer event, only at Home Furniture.
Protect your home with Tundra seamless gutters and gutter helmet from Asher Laston Exteriors. Our highly trained technicians can install the complete water management system for your home with our exclusive custom gutters, gutter helmet, and helmet heat. Gutter helmet is filter free, so it will never clog, guaranteeing you'll never clean your gutters again. Use promo code 20 and receive up to 20% off your entire project. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
Our birth moms were young. Being pregnant at 18, I wouldn't know what to do. And that's when our mom and dad adopted us.
I can't imagine facing that decision. Mackenzie and Haley are my greatest blessings. I'm personally grateful for the choice their birth mothers made. But a judge's job is to apply the law, not make the law. The people of Wisconsin, through referendum or their elected representatives, should decide the question of abortion. I'm Brad Schimmel, and I will respect the will of the people.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
After more than 30 years in banking, I have seen a lot of changes in the housing market and in home lending. The one thing that has not changed is my dedication to get to know you and your individual mortgage needs. There are many home loan programs out there today. We can sit down or talk over the phone to figure out what home loan program is best for you. Come see me and let's talk.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Home Seasonal Concepts is now open, and right now get a free custom order patio fabric upgrade from top brands Homecrest and Tropitone. Plus, get up to 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on porch and patio at Home Seasonal Concepts.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
It is that time of year again when the clocks spring ahead and we lose that hour of sleep. CBS's Danya Backus has a look at why some health experts want to stop the time change.
Clocks move forward this Sunday for daylight saving time, and just like clockwork, the debate over seasonal time changes springs into action.
Do you usually kind of look forward to when we have to spring forward?
I honestly have to Google every time whether it's the one that I lose sleep on or gain sleep on, so I'm not sure if I should dread this one.
Why bother doing it? Like, does it really help anything? Does it really save us any daylight? Like, I don't see the need for it anymore.
Research has shown the ritual of changing the clocks in spring and fall can impact productivity and our mental and physical health.
Honestly, even sleeping in an hour, I get groggy, and then losing the hour, I just get evil.
It's why the American Academy of Sleep Medicine wants to eliminate seasonal time changes.
It's harder to go to bed when it's light out, so that can make it harder to fall asleep, but yet our responsibilities are the same in terms of waking up for school, waking up for work.
Dr. Anita Shelgakar is president of the Academy, which recommends moving to year-round permanent standard time.
In permanent standard time, our internal body clock is best aligned with the sun and external light from the sun. It's what's best for our overall health and well-being.
Before taking office, President Trump posted his support for ending daylight saving time, saying it is inconvenient and very costly to our nation.
Personally, I think one and done. I think the adjustment, it's definitely worse when you're losing your time.
To help adjust, Dr. Shelgakar says expose yourself to bright light right away in the morning, maintain a consistent sleep and wake schedule, and minimize caffeine later in the day.
In 2022, the U.S. Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Act, making daylight saving time permanent, but it didn't go anywhere. Arizona and Hawaii are the only two states that do not recognize daylight saving time, Saskatchewan in Canada. Finalists for Onalaska Superintendent met with residents last night. Dr. Rainey Briggs, Lalisha Olson, and Ben Barton answering questions on student mental health, social learning, and community engagement. The board plans to decide by the end of the month, with the new superintendent starting July 1st. The La Crosse Finance Committee will help the airport land a second airline. The committee unanimously voted to contribute $250,000 to the airport's minimum revenue guarantee fund, which supports airlines if ticket sales fall short.
They may not get enough ticket sales. So say they're making 80% of their ticket sale revenues. What the MRG fund will do is now help fund the difference in their costs. So it's not saying here's $1.5 million check right off the bat that you can do whatever you want with. You have to actually need it.
La Crosse County approved the fund in January. Common Council will vote on the fund next Thursday. If you have old tech or gently used clothes, Western Technical College has a way you can give back today from 9 to 3. Head to parking lot H for a clothing drive and e-waste recycling event. You can drop off items like modems, computers, and gaming systems, or donate new and gently used professional clothing to help others in need. And happening this weekend, celebrate the Children's Museum of La Crosse's birthday tomorrow with treats, crafts, face painting, and live music. Then take the whole family to the Omni Center in Onalaska's Family Fun Expo Sunday. Live shows and ways to burn off that winter energy from 11 to 3. And if you're up for a movie night, check out the 9th Annual Midwest Weird Fest, a celebration of all things creepy, paranormal, and strange. Now we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got a look at our morning commute.
All right, and away we go. Taking a look here what's happening in Dubuque, Iowa. There you can see on the Mississippi, they have a little bit of light moisture coming in. It looks like a mix of rain and snow in the forecast, and as we get into it here, we're holding on to a little bit of light moisture trying to show up there. And of course the obs are showing right now that there really isn't anything kind of falling. Most of it is just trying to get down to the ground and not being too successful right now. La Crosse has a 25% chance of that occurring right back into the area here as well. We're also looking at local temperatures that holding on to Ladysmith. Oh man, they've got the chill right now. 11 degrees, 18 degrees in Eau Claire. 30 degrees now in La Crosse. La Crosse is warming on up. Hey, we'll get it right back into how this all looks, though, for your detailed forecast. Cloudier skies for La Crosse as we get into the 8 o'clock hour all the way into the afternoon, dropping back down to mostly cloudy skies. Then sunny skies prevail as we get in the 4 o'clock hour. 3 o'clock hour may be in there, so that makes kind of squeak right on in there for our sunshine for the day today. How about this, though? Eau Claire has the sunshine all ready to start, and then getting right into it in the noon hour. Hold on to mostly sunny skies, getting into more sunshine to finish out the day. Temperatures around 39 to about 38 degrees for your high today. Everybody else, though, mixed into the 30s and the 40s, holding on today with a little extra cloud cover coming in. When I come back, I'll give you that hour-to-hour look to see how this all plays out for the day, and also show you the weekend and the forecast of what's happening for you there.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Katerina is turning 8 months. She loves to talk and spend time with her friends and family and kitties.
And Eleanor is turning 8. She loves to put Legos and puzzles together and spend time with her twin sisters.
Right on. How about Beverly? She loves socializing, spending time with friends, family, and she likes to go out with her sisters.
All right. Hopefully she gets to do that tonight. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Coming up, looking for something to do this weekend as the weather starts to get warmer. Ahead, one of the owners of El Maro Vineyard joins us to talk about their upcoming St. Patrick's Day and Pi Day themed events.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
This is Curtis O'Brien, a convicted felon. He sexually assaulted a 5-year-old Wisconsin girl multiple times. Judge Susan Crawford could have given him 60 years in prison, but she let him walk. 2 years in prison. That's it. While his victim lives with the scars forever. She even let the predator live across the street from an elementary school. That was Crawford's choice. Another dangerous decision from Susan Crawford, putting all our kids at risk. She's just wrong for Wisconsin.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home.
Well, gotta have heat, Einstein.
Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise.
Moron.
Hey, putz.
Call GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
I got tired of saying what, and people were actually saying to me, "You didn't hear that, did you?" I'm like, no, let's just go on. What brought me to Better Hearing Center is that I had enough. My life needed to be easier in some respects, so I decided to come here and see what they could have to offer. Wind chimes outside I didn't realize, just little things I didn't realize I was missing out on that I now can hear. This has changed my life dramatically. I would recommend Better Hearing Center. They're family, and they make you feel like family when you walk in the door.
When she was a lawyer, Susan Crawford defended Planned Parenthood.
And she personally trusts women to decide whether to have an abortion.
Not Brad Schimmel.
He wants to take us back to the 1849 law
that bans abortion for rape and the health of the mother.
So Susan Crawford is the common sense judge who will protect our rights. And Brad Schimmel is the extremist who will take them away.
That's why we need
Susan Crawford.
Susan Crawford on the Supreme Court.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
All right, we have the cloud cover. May not have anything on the ground just yet, though, but some fog, low cloud activity continues to hold on to the forecast as we get into it here. We're going to be looking at this playing out as we go through the next few days here, holding on to this fog and low cloud activity here, eventually getting into this holding on to the 8 o'clock hour, and then eventually getting into your forecast, as you can see here gradually with Boscobel holding on to that fog and low cloud activity as we get into it here. My name's Art Jarrett, by the way, if you're not sure who I am. You're getting into it here with your forecast going on to La Crosse, holding on to cloudier skies for the day. 20% chance now ticking into the 9 o'clock hour. We'll see temperatures in the 30s, the 40s eventually, getting into our high around, say, 41 degrees. That takes us into at least mostly cloudy skies to partly cloudy skies. We're holding on to some clearing skies, though, for areas up in Eau Claire. We even have to the north of them along I-94 and beyond, holding on to more of that cloud cover coming in for them eventually with some flurries popping into the picture. But for now, they're holding on to mostly clear to at least partly cloudy skies. We'll increase the temperatures as we go into your weekend as well. 47 possibly for Saturday, 53 for Sunday, and then taking you right back into your forecast. I will show you a little bit of what's happening over the next few days. We go into the weekend as well, so please stick around.
The weather is warming up and we've got the perfect spot to enjoy it. El Morro Vineyard is here with us this morning on Foodie Friday. The family-owned winery in the Mississippi River Valley between Trumpealo and Winona. Their motto is enjoy the day. That's what we're about to do and talk about this morning. We are joined now by Laura Ressler. She is one of the owners. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
We're so excited to see you. You've brought such a beautiful spread with you. Tell us what we should know about El Morro Vineyard and what makes your location, so special for winemaking.
Well, it's really fun because you can make wine anywhere. I'm in a cellar, all the time.
Yeah.
But the best part is actually the vineyard. We have this, we all grew up here, our whole family, and so the kind of banana belt region of the Mississippi River Valley, we have a little bit warmer climate, a little bit more protected. So we have 17 acres of vines, and we buy from about 15 different local vineyards around.
Okay.
And almost everything that we produce is almost farm to table here.
Yeah, that's great. And it's family owned. You said your parents, your husband, your brother?
My brother, yep.
Okay, well, that's great too. And what did you bring? Tell us what you brought with you today.
So I brought some of our wines. I'm the head winemaker there, and my brother is the head foodie.
Okay.
And he scours the Midwest and goes to international food shows to find really fun flavors to go along with wine. And everything that you see, this is our most popular artisan salami cheese plate here. We have Wisconsin cheeses. We have one Iowa cheese, and a Viroqua sheep's cheese there with their salamis, and it's driftless provisions, and they have our wine actually in their salamis as well.
Oh.
So it's kind of fun.
Can you tell us a little about the wine that you have here now with you?
Yes. So we have 5 of our We make 32 different varieties, everything from full dry to full sweet. Our #1 seller is our El Maro Rosa.
Okay.
It's a Concord Catawba blend. Both of those are native to North America and the only 2 grapes that are native to North America. And then we have our Edelweiss, semi-sweet white. Our Marquette Rosé, it's all of our estate rosé. It's more of a Southern French style dry rosé. Our Chamberson, dry, little bit of oak, really nice. And then our Three Cheers is kind of a transitional red. So a lot of people start out with those sweeter reds, lots of flavor, lots of brightness, very similar to your grape juices and stuff. And then you move to the drier part. This is about halfway in between.
Okay. Yeah. All right, great. And then so for people who are coming to El Maro, maybe their first time, what can they expect? Can we see some of the winemaking behind the scenes, or what goes on?
Yeah, well, a lot of times on the weekends I'm not working down there. I am working up in, I'm working up in the tasting room. But we do have picturesque windows that overlook the winemaking.
Okay, yeah, we're showing some footage now, so it looks like a beautiful spot for sure.
Yeah.
So we can come and kind of watch that.
Exactly. You can look through it, and then everything that you sit and enjoy your food over and your wine over is the Mississippi River Valley. You could be in California, you could be in Italy, because people don't realize when they first get out here, like we get visitors from, you know, central Minnesota, we get visitors from Chicago, and they're like, oh, they didn't know there were bluffs. They didn't even, I mean, most people that aren't from here, they go, a bluff. I have no idea what that means. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, to show off your little slice of heaven.
So do you have the varietal tours and also educational tours?
We have educational classes a lot. We have tasting classes well, we have a group therapy class that is literally for people to sit together, enjoy like 5 different mini courses or a amuse-bouche with the wines. You have time in between to enjoy each other, because I mean, most of us are used to fast food. They're like, okay, inhale, move on.
Right.
You know, move the table so that someone else can get in. And we don't have that. We don't have any screens there. It's about enjoying each other, enjoying the wine, enjoying the food, see how everything goes together.
Right.
Yeah, we can all definitely use a little bit of that. You've got some events too, quite a few events. What can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so this month we have our Pie Day. I am a scientist and almost a mathematician by origin, and so Pie Day we serve 6 different pies with different wines, and you can come out and enjoy them anytime. You can enjoy all 6. We have people that do share them together. We have our St. Paddy's Day celebration is on the 16th, because St. Paddy's Day is on a Monday, and we have green wine, and we have Irish folk music by Patina, and then we have our Easter, our egg hunt out in the vineyard that's free to the community. You just have to sign up online, so we have 75 kids at a time running through the vineyard, collecting eggs, and we have baby goats there that day too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got it all going
I'm a
on.
dork. I thought you were going to go with 3.14. So that's.
I know, and that's why it's Pie Day. Exactly.
All right, okay.
Pie
Yes,
Day. All right.
I know.
Gotcha.
And the pies used to be, you know, $3.14, but pies cost a lot more.
Prices have gone up. And then you said you made this baguette yourself this morning.
Yes,
is that right?
absolutely.
That is so impressive. So as we head out, we will give some of this a try. I'll get some of that salami too. And as we do head out, tell us where we can go to find more information.
Absolutely. Our people are our family out at El Maro, and if you come out to, if you give us a call, that's the #1 way. If you check out our website, our Facebook, our Instagram, everything lists all of our events, and we always have live music every weekend. We have, you know, educational tastings if you'd like, if you'd rather have wine explained to you, or you can grab it on the go and get your own mini flight and go and just visit with your people.
Okay, sounds great, Laura. Well, thank you so much to you and El Maro Vineyard for being here with us this morning.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, we have an important warning about measles. Dr. Celine Gounder is here to explain how the virus can affect a person's ability to fight other viruses and how to protect yourself and your family. Plus, Paul Tazewell made history at the Oscars, becoming the first black man to win for Best Costume Design for his work on Wicked. He will be here to tell us what went through his mind when his name was called. And the legendary Ringo Starr talks with Anthony Mason about his upcoming special, which celebrates the former Beatles' love for country music. We will have everything you need to know and more on the show. We'll see you at 7.
Don't miss Home's preferred customer event. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on your favorite furniture brands in bedroom, dining room, living room, and mattresses. Hurry in. The preferred customer event, only at Home Furniture.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. Right now, there's a lot of false ads trying to tell you who I am. So I thought I'd tell you myself. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I've made sure rapists, murderers, and child predators were behind bars. I believe in protecting your family and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense. And that's why I'm running for Supreme Court.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
As the chill of winter sets in, there's nothing like the warmth and ambiance of a fireplace to transform your home into a cozy haven. If you've been dreaming of adding a fireplace or upgrading your current one, now is the perfect time. At La Crosse Fireplace Company, our winter sale offers the opportunity to bring comfort and style to your home at fantastic prices. Stop in this month and save 15% off on the fireplace you've always wanted. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
It's the preferred customer event at Home Sleep Express. Get up to 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Get this Aurora Queen or this Jewel Pillow Top Queen, your choice, for just $8.99. The preferred customer event, now at Home Sleep Express.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it. By telling the heartwarming local stories with the same consistency and dedication as the difficult ones. And serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories. Because we, like you, expect more. We are News 8 Now.
News 8 Now Sports.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it. By telling the heartwarming local stories with the same consistency and dedication as the difficult ones. And serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories. Because we, like you, expect more. We are News 8 Now.
From sunup to sundown,
how's that even possible?
we show up
Every single time.
just to get down.
You nailed it.
With Access Daily.
I feel like people more attractive than me, Mario.
Every day we're turning it up.
Now we're
Talking it up.
You want me to talk quieter?
And firing it up. To make sure you're caught up.
You know what's right. Where are we, Henry?
Access Daily with Mario and Kit.
Late night on News 8.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. A UWL student accused of sexually assaulting teen girls is headed for trial. In court yesterday, 19-year-old Caden Atkinson pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of sexual assault of a child under 16. He allegedly drank and smoked marijuana with 4 underage girls in his dorm room. A UWL police detective testified 2 14-year-olds reported sexual contact. He remains in jail on a probation violation despite a $5,000 signature bond. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers focused on healthcare affordability during a stop in Chippewa Falls yesterday. Evers' budget proposal aims to cut healthcare expenses like prescription drug costs and ending surprise medical bills. The governor also weighed in on Medicaid. The congressional GOP budget could target that next.
Frankly, I can't figure out why Republicans all these years have decided that people in Wisconsin shouldn't have the best they can find. We're paying for it. You know, it's going. Our tax money is going to Washington, D.C.
Governor Evers criticized President Trump's plan to dismantle the education department, calling the agency necessary for school funding.
Having the Department for Education, I think, is a really important thing. Equally important is the money for kids that are struggling in Title I, special education funding. Huge amount of money comes from that agency.
Department of Education dollars account for less than 10% of the nation's public school funding. La Crosse is joining a nationwide Science is for Everyone rally today, protesting federal funding cuts to science and healthcare. The La Crosse Science Cafe hosting an hour of visibility at noon. Participants will gather at West Avenue and Jackson Streets as similar events happen in Washington, D.C. and across the country. Organizers encourage attendees to bring witty science-themed signs. And new this morning, La Crosse's historic City Brewing could soon change hands as financial troubles mount. According to Bloomberg, City Brewery, which produces White Claw and Pabst, is in talks with creditors who may take control of the company. This is the brewery's second financial restructuring since borrowing $115 million last year. The company also faces ongoing pressure from officials over odor problems at its water treatment plant. Celebrate the Children's Museum of La Crosse's birthday tomorrow with treats, crafts, and face painting and live music from 9 to noon. And the Onalaska Omni Center hosting the Family Fun Expo Sunday from 11 to 3. If you're up for a movie night, check out the 9th annual Midwest Weird Fest, a celebration of all things creepy, paranormal, and strange. And this weekend, don't forget, we're springing ahead. The clock moves an hour ahead Sunday at 2 a.m. for daylight saving time. The practice began in 1918. The clock will fall back an hour in November. That's the one I like.
Is the other one you like? Okay. All right, so we have the cloud cover here, the cloudy skies right now, but we really don't have the flurries on the ground just yet, but that will change as you get into it gradually. You can see by 8 o'clock going to 2 o'clock, that really starts to pick up. We're also seeing it up to the north as well coming into Saturday as well. As we get to the day today, we'll gradually increase our local temperatures from the 40s to the upper 40s to at least the 50s and the 60s. And as Alexander's already mentioned, don't forget to push your clock forward. Warmer conditions all the way into next week as well, with more rain returning for next Friday.
All right, Art, thank you. Well, open the box, pour the cereal, add the milk, and do it with some extra enthusiasm today. It's National Cereal Day. Cereal dates all the way back to the 1800s. And by the late century, the Kellogg brothers created Corn Flakes, which quickly gained popularity. Today, the cereal aisle, of course, packed with choices. If you have a favorite, you can share it on social media with hashtag National Cereal Day. That looks good. I know you're hungry, Art.
Yeah,
You got your cereal
delicious.
waiting, don't you?
Yeah, I like to do that with a little bit of oats in there as well with some nuts, and then put it in the front of the fruit.
Yeah, he's got the healthy version.
Yeah.
Not the sugary Lucky Charms and all that.
Not so much.
All right. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Friday.